Well, we're all in the same boat in a sense. I mean, when they issue a 2.5% cut across the board for higher ed, Western Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky, Northern, we're all taking the same cuts. Now, I suppose it could affect different institutions differently. I mean, some are larger than we are, some are smaller than we are. But the fact of the matter is, every institution of higher education since 2008 has had their general fund appropriation cut about the same amount as ours. They're almost 18%. So, we're all operating from that situation, and we're trying to dig ourselves out of a deep hole, and it's just tough to do. The only way we can do it is we could reduce the programming we offer on campus, right? We could say, we're no longer going to do a bunch of these things. We could lay a bunch of people off. We've chosen not to do that at Morehead State University. I've taken the position that maintaining our people is the most important priority that we have, and I've lived by that creed for the last 9 years. Now, we have eliminated some programs, we've consolidated some things, but there's not been enough money in that to make up for the net deficit that we find ourselves in. And then we could keep going back to tuition, because that is a revenue source that we don't have absolute control over, but we have some control over. I mean, students don't want to pay more, I know that. But if we're going to talk about tuition, we need to have an honest conversation about tuition. I mean, how many students at Morehead State University pay full tuition? Very, 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 very few, right? We discount. How do we discount? Scholarships, grants, and all that. In fact, if you look at the data from fall of last year, when the average student was billed for tuition about $3,400 or $500, the average student, full-time student, not part-timers, but the average full-time student at Morehead State University last fall billed about $3,500, and they actually paid about $77 for tuition. So we're still an affordable place, but unless the Commonwealth of Kentucky makes it a priority to fund the general appropriation, that part of the budget, it's going to continue to rely more on tuition, which makes it hard for families.